Hey, how's it going? So I'd like to go ahead and first introduce myself. My name is King J Aries. That's not my actual legal name, but that's the name that I go by. If you're new to the channel, I typically upload videos that are focused on gaming and tech help videos, mostly also focusing on gaming. So, for example, I've had lots of issues on setting up my gaming setup or setting up a game. Therefore, I found a lot of solutions that I like to go ahead and share with the public. And that's primarily what the channel has been focusing on. But now I'd like to go ahead and just start uploading things that I find interesting. There's not going to be any real, let's say, significant thing that I will focus on, but you'll go ahead and see lots of videos where I provide commentary. For example, this video that I'm presenting right now is part of a new series that I like to go ahead and call Let Me Explain. So this series is going to focus mainly on seeking out videos that I find interesting or that are maybe trending, and I see a lot of questions or comments regarding what's going on. So I'll go ahead and obviously provide my interpretation of what's going on, as well as what I think is going on in my opinion. Of course, this is my opinion. That doesn't mean that it's the only opinion that's able to be, received. So go ahead and help me out. Tell me what you think in these type of videos. I always welcome comments in all of my videos, especially where I'm trying to help out the public. If a solution works for you, let me know. If it doesn't work for you, then again, let me know and tell me maybe what solutions may work for you. But yeah, as we move forward, a lot of these videos aren't going to be focused too much on one thing. Um, I do like gaming, so maybe you might see a few more of those and other type of videos. So do check me out on Twitch and Kick, which I will have in the description box. For those of you that have been with me for a while, likewise, keep supporting the channel, and then hopefully we'll go ahead and grow together. Um, for those of you that have been here for a while, you might have also heard as well that I'm currently in school. I'm almost done finally with my doctorate program. I do have an interest in pursuing acting. I've been semi-acting here and there, but I like to focus more into that. I also currently have a business which requires a lot of my attention. But you got to remember, you can't just only do work and no play. So, yeah, that's where we're currently going. I do have a second channel for the whole acting thing, but I won't provide that information yet until I have a few more content and we get it up and running. So for now, enjoy this video and this very long intro. Don't forget to support the channel, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so our video for this video consists of basically a cyclist that's on the Coronado Bridge in San Diego, California. For those of you that have been to the area, you know how tall the bridge is. It basically lets large vessels go underneath it, so it needs to be at a certain height in order for people to pass on by. So this video that you see here, we basically see the person recording the video. They're on a motorcycle, right? And they come across this young female that's walking her bicycle through the bridge. From the point of view here, I've lived in San Diego for 98% of my life, so I know the area and I'm familiar with, the rules and regulations. Anyways, from what we can see here in the video, she hasn't reached the full height. It looks like she's barely going up. If you can see towards the corner over here, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, but right to the right, you see a little spike, which is, I'm assuming, one of these lampposts up here. She hasn't reached the full height, so it looks like she barely got into the bridge itself. Um, and basically, there's not supposed to be any cyclists there at all. They're basically prevented from going to the bridge. There's an event that I believe happens once a year. I'll be linking all this information in my description if you want to go read about that, or see where I got my sources from. And basically, she's not supposed to be there. She may be from there. She might be a tourist. We don't know. I don't think the video specifies. But basically, the motorcyclist sees her there, starts recording, and offers to help. She actually agrees to get the help from the motorcyclist, but then she soon asks the motorcyclist if she can go with them. Let's go ahead and watch up until that point.
Hey, you want a bike right in front of me?
So sorry I had to pause. I didn't see the mouse on my video, so now that I see it here, yeah, as you can see, she's gone quite a distance. She's not at the top yet, but basically she's getting there to the top, to the middle section, the highest point. And then he's right here offering to help.
You want a bike right in front of me? I'll cover you. Huh? Just bike in front of me. I'll cover you. Huh? Yeah, it won't work with that. Do you know how to ride the bike? Stop your bicycle.
Okay, so first of all, just looking at this gives me chills. I don't do too well with heights. So her just walking casually by with the bicycle, yeah, that's something else. Anyways, she looks to be fairly young. Honestly, she's heading, I believe, towards Coronado. I want to say she's going to Coronado, not coming back to the downtown San Diego area. Um, that's what the impression I'm getting here. But anyways, we have the cops showing up. You're gonna see their behavior towards her. Um, Having had previously worked with the police department, I won't say in which way. Um, there's a lot of jumpers that happen to jump or try to jump from this bridge, and unfortunately, I feel like it's got into the circumstance where the police officers can't take a chance. Um, Typically, you would want them to talk to the person on the bridge, right? Whether they are trying to jump, they're on the ledge, or they're just seeing somebody walking through the bridge. But since they've gotten to the point where they don't know really what's going to happen, I feel like the way that they're about to um, react towards the biker, the cyclist, is understanding. But obviously, I would have tried to done something differently, right? But let's go ahead and keep watching, and then you can kind of start formulating your own thoughts.
Stop. I was just trying to help her out. Thank you.
So yeah, right here in the background, you see the tall buildings. That's downtown San Diego, Seaport area. Um, I was getting confused just because the Coronado beach area, as soon as you arrive, kind of looks similar. It's been a while since I've gone through this bridge myself. But anyways, the motorcyclist decided to stay back. We see the police officer grabbing the bicycle so that the person does not leave. Of course, it's still a very dangerous situation for the cops and for the girl because we don't know what's going to happen, right? As a cop, you're just getting there. Your first thought is probably she wants to jump. But if I was a cop seeing the bicycle, I'd probably think to myself, she is on this bridge. She doesn't know she's not supposed to be here, right? The bike kind of like throws off that whole first thought of she's a jumper. But again, we're not in their shoes. We don't know what happens. Um, I've seen lots of incidents where, it's something very casual and then unfortunately the person does happen to jump. But yeah, let's go ahead and see how they handle it. Okay, so stand there for your safety. That makes sense. Okay. The little girl seems to be scared. She's like, no, no, no. Now she's being checked by a female officer. The way that she's handling her, I'm still kind of like 50-50, right? You obviously want to make sure that she's not carrying any weapons. By the approach itself, I don't believe she's a danger to them. Um, she is holding her. It could be again just because she's checking her, or because she really wants to get that physical hold of her, right? Make sure that she doesn't either run away or actually attempt to jump. So that's basically it. The cyclist is leaving, but from what I can see, it looks like they were about to handcuff her and put her in the vehicle. obviously to get her off of the bridge. But I'm not too sure. I haven't found anything yet that says whether she was or wasn't arrested. I think that a lot of the comments that I saw here, and actually I saw this video shortly before this video that I'm posting, um, were angry that they were trying to arrest her, which could have been the case, right? They could have arrested her or they could have just escorted her. However, if they did escort her in the vehicle with handcuffs on, then I feel like that'd be a little too much, right? I mean, you can probably just set her in the back seat, lock the door so that she doesn't jump out or something like that. But yeah, that was kind of my take on this whole video situation. I mean, they had to do what they had to do regarding getting her off the bridge, but putting handcuffs on her, arresting her, I don't know. I mean, if she didn't know she wasn't supposed to be there, then I'd kind of give her the benefit of the doubt. If she knew and she's just doing this because she did, okay, it's a big deal because again, it's dangerous not only to her but for the people driving through there, right? They're obviously trying to avoid her. Who knows what can happen? If somebody's not paying attention and just happens to like get her right in front of her, right? They can swerve and a bunch of mess can happen. Um, but yeah, I mean, I believe she's safe. I'll go ahead and post the next part here after this short comment, and then kind of finalize with that, right? With what else I found. So if we go into the comments, we read here, ain't it crazy how a stranger on a bike is more empathetic and caring towards the kid than the ones whose duty is to protect and serve, straight to cuffs. That's basically exactly what I said, right? Not the whole motorcyclist being kind, but how they were trying to arrest a person, the girl. We don't know if they did or didn't. So I'll go ahead and find out a little bit more before we complete the video. And here's my comment that I made just based on my own experience. I'll go ahead and read that to you. So I mentioned it is extremely dangerous for cyclists to go through the Coronado Bridge. She was handcuffed, most likely because there have been several jumpers over the years at that bridge. Of course, they could have talked to the cyclist to get an understanding of the situation, but they must rely on caution and be on high alert as if this was a different scenario. Then the person could potentially jump. Cyclists are allowed to go through the Coronado Bridge only in August in a once-a-year event. So again, this was me just watching the video, not much other information, but I mean, that's kind of my outlook on this. All right, so I didn't find any more information really on this incident. However, I did find the original uploaders video. Currently, this happened in October of 2020, so that was almost 4 years ago. Basically, they also state the same thing, that the bridge is a hotspot for jumpers. So he also didn't know what was going on, which makes sense. He was more concerned that something may happen to the person, right? So he offered to help her. Afterwards, there's really no notes as to whether she was arrested or not, but more than likely she was handcuffed and then, she was taken away. Again, things can happen at any point, right? And I think that just having the cyclist or the motorcyclist there to help out may have prevented such an incident. I think we always have to assume the worst, at least in these type of situations, because again, if you are too lenient, things can happen. However, if you are at least, thinking of what the consequences may be, such as a motorcyclist saying, hey, she might want to jump, let me offer to help instead, right? Then at least he was able to intervene. Otherwise, any other motorcyclist would have just been like, oh, what a foolish girl. She's not supposed to be here, right? Let me just be on my way. But no, he thought about what the most evil or worst scenario might have been, and he decided to stop. So, shout out to that person. I hope there's more people like that in the world that's willing to help. I'll go ahead and post this video's link, perhaps the other ones as well, the YouTube short, and then I'll provide some resources. Obviously, as a mental health professional, if you know anybody who's struggling with mental health issues or just need somebody to talk to, I'll go ahead and post a few resources, feel free to send me a message as well. I'm here to help. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I know that there's could have been more information on it, right? But yeah, this is kind of the type of video that I'm going to be making with regards to this series, right? Let me explain. Um, Hopefully you liked it. If you did, please feel free to give it a like, subscribe, and then tune in for other videos that I will post. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Take care, and see you on the next video.